name is Nick Starchild, and I help people who look like me, brown, black, queer folks, live abroad, change careers, take sabbaticals, and help with their financial education. I call myself a lifestyle architect, which means I help you design and build your house. It's up to you to live in it and maintain it. So today I want to talk about living in Mexico. This is my second week. I just want to do a little recap of that. So let's just get into it. There is a lot to go over. So first of all, it's been good. It's been boring. I would describe my experience here as being I've been ignored. There's been no drama compared to when I was living in the Bay Area. Most people assume that I speak Spanish, which I don't, which I speak a lot of broken Spanish, and it gets me through. I use my Google Translate. I say, mi español es malo, es no bueno, and people are super nice. I ended up moving to the central part of Puerto Vallarta. I'm in Puerto Vallarta right now to start because I didn't want to be in the tourist area part right away. I will be moving to the touristy area in a couple days, but right now I'm in the non-touristy area. The neighborhood, here feels, pretty safe actually. I walked at night and no one's really bothered me. I've only had one encounter that was a little rude. One time I was coming back from lunch and this guy on the side of the street who was doing nothing, kind of just standing there aimlessly, called out to me. He was like, "Hey, gringo," and I ignored him. I was like, "What the hell?" Like, super rude. It's cool to call me a gringo behind my back, but don't call me a gringo to my face. Come on, like, seriously. So I was like, whatever, you're being rude. But that was like the only situation that I've found that was like uncomfortable, and it wasn't uncomfortable. It was just like I've been used to worse. I'm from the Bay Area. I've seen some shit, so it was nothing compared to that. I've found some really good food here. There's a couple places that have been really great. Cafe Deliz and Lucumbe. Those are a couple. I go there a lot because they're super nice to me, even though I don't speak English. They've been really welcoming. I've been ordering on the app Rappi, which is kind of like Uber Eats, DoorDash kind of version. It's super cheap though, compared to here. Like most of the things that I order, if you're just ordering for yourself, the taxes and the fees and the tips are pretty reasonable, and I'm spending maybe like 15-20 bucks for my order, and it's very filling, and it's sometimes even two orders. So eating out has been very affordable, even though I try not to. I have bought some food for sandwiches and stuff, but I went to the Walmart, which is like a 5-7 minute walk from here. Went to the Walmart, got some sandwich supplies, so I'm not eating out all the time, but saves a little bit of money. But it is what it is. And Walmart here is exactly like Walmart everywhere else. It's exactly the same, except it's maybe like a little bit cleaner. That would be the difference. Just as expensive. A lot of clothes. The clothes here and the items are just as expensive as in the U.S., but the food is more affordable. That's what I would say. I'm staying right now in a shared Airbnb. And I'm gonna leave. I'm only here for like 2 weeks, so my current Airbnb. I'm like, I've been here. I'm gonna be here for 2 weeks. It's relatively quiet. It's a shared space, so I'm like renting a room, and there's another room to rent as well, and the host lives here as well. It's relatively quiet except for the occasional dogs barking. Like if a dog starts barking, then the whole neighborhood starts barking because it just like sends them off. Occasional cars being loud. There's some birds. The roads here are lots of cobbledy roads and like dirt roads. Like my back road here by my window is dirt, so I sometimes have to close it if the cars are kicking it up too much. But most of the roads are cobble, and people don't drive super fast because of that in the neighborhoods. In the main streets, it's flat and it's like asphalt, but in the neighborhoods, it's cobbly, and people drive like 15 to 25 miles an hour everywhere. And I found that like people are there's no like no crosswalk, so you just cross the street, and people are pretty nice about letting you cross. They just slow down and let you cross the street. It's not a big deal. You just wait for a break in the traffic and you cross the street. I would say going back to this Airbnb, it's been pretty clean. Like the host is really clean. But I would say not all of the guests have been clean, so I have to share a bathroom with other guests. And the first two guests were kind of dirty, I have to say, and the third one was fine. And I try my best not to be dirty. He does have a cleaner who comes every like 3 days, 3-4 days to clean. She's super nice, even though I speak to her in broken Spanish. She's so nice, and I'll be like, I'll like make a mess and I'll be like, oh, lo siento, mis zapatos es sucio. I'm saying like things incorrectly. I'm basically saying my shoes are dirty and I'm messing things up. And she's like, no, 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 it's fine. So super nice. Um, but yeah, the bathroom doesn't have a window though, so there is mold and mildew, and it can get kind of stinky, and that is kind of an issue. But I'm fine with it. Um, I've seen two lizards while I've been here. There was like a little tiny lizard in the bathroom, and then there was a big lizard crawling over the lights, the skylight, because there's a skylight in the bathroom. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then I saw them outside the window, so they live over here. um, the host has a dog, and she's really sweet. But I have not been around a dog in a long time. I had a dog when I was a kid, but as an adult, I've only had cats, and both of my cats died, and one died like 2 years ago or so, and so I haven't been used to being around pets. And cats are so different; like they are very conditional. They're like, I only want your love when I want your love, and I respect that because that's how I am. So, and they're and I haven't had to deal with like shedding and stuff. And this dog has short hair, but it still sheds. There's like I see dog hair in my room constantly because dogs shed, even though there's like tile everywhere. Like they're still, and she's a little too rambunctious for me. She if I pet her for more than like 3 seconds, she wants to jump on me, and I'm like, no, this is too much, too much. So unfortunately, I do kind of ignore her a bit. She's a little needy. If I'm eating, she stares at me for a while, and then we'll eventually sit down. It's just a lot. Like dogs, I forget that they're like so needy. They're just a little too much for me, but it's fine. She's been sweet. Um, Also, I realized I don't like being licked. Like dogs lick you, and I'm like, I don't like that. Like, I don't want to be licked. So, cats do lick you sometimes, but it's like usually when they're grooming you and like they really, really love you. That's when you know. I've also found her sitting on the bed too. So like the other tenants, they like leave the door open when they leave, and then I will find her sitting on the bed hanging out. So that kind of makes sense why her hair is kind of everywhere. Um, and but yeah, and I'll do an Airbnb tour. I'll put that up eventually. So check out back on this on these on the socials on the YouTube and see my Airbnb tour of this place. The next place that I'm going is a studio. So I'm gonna have a place all to myself. I'm gonna be there for a full month. So I'll be a little bit more comfortable with this, taking up space, and like I'm gonna buy groceries so that I can save money and really enjoy the produce and the food here. There, and also this place, you can see the fan going. It doesn't have AC. There's just two fans in the room, a ceiling fan and a standing fan. Um, the place I'm going to will have AC, so I'm very excited about that. Although I've been acclimating to the weather here fine. It's been in the mid to late 80s. A couple days it was the early in the low 90s. It was fine. As long as you have the window open and the fan going, you're fine. And then also I'll be in the tourist area, so it'll be a little bit different of an experience. I probably might be a little bit easier to use my broken Spanish because there'll be more people who speak English, so I'll go back and forth. And then I will be there, like I said, for a month, and then towards the end of that month, my partner, my wife, will be moving here. It's weird to call her my wife because I've always called her my partner. We're queer, we're both queer people, so it's like weird, and people see us as like husband and wife and like straight, and we're not straight. Anywho, but yeah, she'll be joining me, and then we'll share that that studio for like a couple days, and then we'll move to a one bedroom around the corner, basically, so we have more space. But yeah, that's been my experience here for the week two. I'm leaving here in 2 days, and I'm really excited to go to my new spot in my new neighborhood and check that out and get the lay of the land. But yeah, everything's been fantastic. I have nothing to complain about. I feel very, very good here. I don't feel stressed. Yeah, life is good. Please, if you like this content, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, do all the things, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.